Hello and welcome to another edition of Droppin Baums with me, your host, Corey Baumeister, as always with the lovely people here at TCGplayer.com. Today I'm bringing you Boros Dragons, courtesy of my brother Brad Nelson. He showed me this list he's been working on. I thought it was awesome, so I wanted to give it a spin. You'll notice I'm missing a Burning Suns avatar in my actual list because Magic Online just decided to not load that up, but we ran it anyways, because why not? We played against Sultai Midrange in round 1. We played Grixis Midrange round 2 and Golgari Midrange, so just a whole slew of midrange fun. We played that round 3. If you want, below we have the deck tech. You can fast forward to any of those rounds here. And then, of course, the link to my article at TCGplayer.com. Enjoy! Alright, and welcome to the games. Ooh, I cannot wait for some new standard. It's like Christmas morning in the household. Alright, we're going to keep this. This hand looks great. A little slow not having any early disruption if we play against something hyper-aggressive. Golgari likely not hyper-aggressive in too many ways. So we should be able to claw our way back here. But this hand has a lot of power. This hand has a lot of power. Ooh, Sultai Value Town. I've been trying to make a deck like this work for future weeks. Give it time. Alright, keeps that card on top. Alright, got our 4th land, which is important. No interaction yet, but this card's not that big of a deal. We might just have a kind of a 4-color, 5-color surprise with lands like that. That land's usually, I would suspect, not that great unless there's a high payoff. Alright. So I think now we are just wanting to get in, get Sarkin down here. I don't know what I'd really want to discard right now. Our hand is so good. I still think it's the play. The Shivan Fire actually is not doing much, so maybe we will just discard that. Alright, well, perfect. It was a tough decision, and Magic Gods made it easy for us. Alright. Double green. Brontodon. That's okay. That doesn't do much right now, I feel. Okay, that's going to attack this. Alright, so now we can cast Demanding Dragon. Or Phoenix. Jaya does not feel good right now. Could definitely be good in the late game, but not very good now. And this Shivan Fire is doing absolutely nothing right now, so maybe we should just get rid of that and see what we draw. Well, I think the surefire way to make sure Sarkin doesn't die is to play Demanding Dragon. Well, I guess our opponent could just have like a Vraska's Contempt and take the 5. That's so toughy. I think we'll go with the Demanding Dragon, leaving Shivan Fire open. Not positive on this play. So we do want Sarkin alive right now, although it doesn't do a bunch. Well, that's pretty good for us, because if our opponent Vraska's Contempts, then at least Sarkin still lives. That was the main thing I wanted to avoid. Something like an Eldritch Reborn would be quite good right now. Yeah, that card is good right now. Very good. God, I think we just want to get rid of this Sarkin. It's not doing enough. Our 5/5 is a little more important. Now we're going to start getting aggressive. That's not bad. We are going to attack and then just play a Phoenix here. Just say, deal with our flyers, sir or madam. Alright, we'll get the Phoenix out. To discard a Shivan Fire or Jaya is probably my thought process here. I think Shivan Fire. Shivan Fire doesn't seem great against all these creatures. They're pretty tough to kill. Okay, what do we got here? That one's not as bad because we can just sack the Phoenix and it comes right back. Phoenix is great against the Eldritch Reborn. Yeah, it's like unless they have like a dead weight or something, that would be brutal. Gets in 3 free points. That's okay. Get this back. Fight with Fire is pretty decent. Here we just want to be getting out as many threats as possible, so we're just going to play a Chain Whirler. And attack on in. Our opponent can do some scary stuff, though, next turn. Depending on if they have a removal in their hand. Putting our opponent to 3 is a pretty nice feeling with Lightning Strikes in our deck, though. It'd be pretty hard to lose before these Eldritch Reborns and stuff really get us. Alright. So our opponent has the option between bringing back the 1/3 or Sarkin. That's not very good. That is a good combo. Keeps the card on top. Our discard, I think, is just going to be this Lava Coil. Yeah. Okay. That's okay with us. We're just going to sack this Phoenix to get it back. Phoenix really is a very mean card. Another one is okay here just because we can sack Goblin Chain Whirler now. And then just attack in the air. That'll wrap this one up. Playing it out, just in case. Just in case we fall asleep at the wheel. Alright, no need to show our opponent anything else. We did draw all 4 Chain Whirlers. Nice. Or wait, I guess just 3, but still, nice. Alright, well, against an Eldritch Reborn and Plague Crafter deck, we'll keep our Phoenixes in. That is a fact. Alright. Seems like there's a decent chunk of X4s, so that Lava Coil and Fight with Fire seem pretty solid. Even War Boss here seems pretty good. Our opponent doesn't have a lot of cheap ways to interact with it, it seems. And it's good at all these, Eldritch Reborn effects. I think that's pretty good. These seemed very bad. Justice Strike didn't even seem that great either. It seems like the basest of the deck that I want. This Jay of Ballard, I don't even know if should even be in there. That card does not feel very good. I think I like this. I think there's some world of thinking about treasure map here. I think it might just be a little too slow. We want to be doing something that affects the board each turn. So we're going to leave it like this. Alright. This hand is fine. Nothing crazy. Our opponent's on the mulligan to 6. Keeps it. And drum roll, scries to the top. Okay. We got ways to interact here early on, plus some power. Kicking this card is just so busted. That's great. Alright. Just a 3-2. Okay. Still, very strong body. Impressive. It's a good card. Definitely better with a little more action, but that's okay. We're just going to use our Lightning Strike because Lava Coil could deal with something a little scarier. And now, is there any point in taking 3? Our opponent could play something else that we want to kill over that. Trying to think. I think we just want to preserve our life total here. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so now we're just going to play Sarkin here. And I think we are going to discard here. I don't really want all these burn spells. And we actually don't have use for white, so I almost want to be inclined to discard that. Yeah, we're going to discard the land. There's a high likelihood that we're going to draw another land anyways for next turn. And we just want to be playing something every turn. So even getting rid of our 1 land to get a 3-drop, I would rather miss a land drop next turn and still play something meaningful and have a handful of gas. Oh, okay. I was like, I thought that only hit creatures. But yep, that makes sense. That's a good play. We're going to get this War Boss out here so those kind of effects don't hurt us as much. Or we could just get Phoenix out of here, you know? Like, that's kind of the same mentality. And it's more mana efficient, so. New format, still the same old scary bird. Alright, that screams to me like a Vraska's Contempt. Yep, that's good. Now we'll get this Legion War Boss going. Now we're playing around Eldish Reborn with this play. Could play Chain Whirler, but really no need. Alright, Rabble Master hits the board. Rabble Master 2.0. This card's good. Real good. Being able to attack next turn for 5. Jeez. Yeah, I guess Rabble Master attacked for 6 on the turn after it came into play, so it's a slight downgrade, but very minimal. Oh boy. That has 1 toughness. That is still a scary way to build your deck with a bunch of 1 toughness cards in a Chain World metagame, you know? As much as this card lost a lot of its hard-hitting friends, like Chandra and Glorybringer, stuff along those lines, it's still got some new toys and is still good enough on its own. Mono Red is still going to be around. I think Mono Red has been around since the beginning of time, though. Mono Red will always be a deck, I feel. Maybe this one's just too good, though. Alright, we'll get that. Goblin Assault. Oof. Brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Alright. Maybe an Eldest Reborn here. That's going to be a lot too late. Oh, what is this? Okay. Well, that's pretty nice. Can't complain about that. That is pretty sweet. Still very unlikely to matter from this point on, but all these sack effects just are not great against... I do like the idea of this person's deck, though. We got a Moltania to bring back. Interesting. Yeah, I think we actually maybe even just win next turn, though. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, don't win, but we can get our opponent down to 4 with a Lightning Strike and still a very good board presence, so that's pretty good. Alright. I think we're just going to Lava Coil both of those creatures. We just don't want our War Boss to die. So we'll get that out of there. And these exile. Our opponent has a lot of creatures, so it's unlikely to super matter, but... Get on in there with everybody. I like our chances. I like our chances for game 1 of New Standard. Take 2. Why not? If our opponent did that same spell again, maybe it would do enough to keep him alive, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, I think this is just not the way to be building these types of shells with this kind of card in Stitcher's Apprentice. I think you want to go like Merfolk Branchwalker and Jadelight Rangers and stuff to get around it a little more. Oh, why not? Throw another one down. This is war after all. Oh, that card's good. Get on in there. With a Lightning Strike to back it up, I think we got this one on lock. Fog. And that's the game. Alright, stick around. Round 2 coming at you. Alright, round 2 coming at you. We won the die roll. That's huge. I would like to go first. Ugh. This hand is bad. This hand's really bad. We're going to mulligan this one. It's too many lands. This hand's not much better, but we're going to keep it. Alright, we'll put this to the bottom. And we'll play a land go. This hand is definitely not great, but against the right kind of matchup, Phoenix could be the type of card that just destroys them. Alright. Not what we wanted as a top deck here. Alright, blue-black control maybe? Alright, just what the doctor ordered, a mountain. Okay, I don't have high hopes for this Rekindling Phoenix attacking on turn 5. Well, Demanding Dragon was at least a decent draw. Oop. Essence Scatter seems quite good against this list. Too many lands. So this should just deal 5 if it resolves. Alright. Cast down kills that. At least it gets in the 5 damage. That's okay. Now if we can punish our opponent for taking a turn off to draw some cards, that would be ideal, but our hand sure does not do that right now. Those war bosses that are going to come in for Shivan Fires would be a perfect card right now, though. We do have a good chunk of dead cards in against Control, mostly because I would say Control is not that popular right now, just because it's, you know, week 1 of Standard. It's very hard to have a well-scoped out Control list. Alright, didn't want either of those cards. Ooh, Grixis. That makes more sense, and we're dead. And we are dead. Can't draw that many lands. We have drawn 1 Demanding Dragon and the rest lands. That's not good. Yep. At least we got the answer for that. Still get 2 for 1. All right, right on time. Just what the doctor ordered. Flood City. Okay. Our opponent's attempting to help us out here, but gotta help ourselves a little bit first. Alright, drew both of those cards. That's pretty scary. That card is also scary. Chain Whirler. I'm thinking we could play this land, but if we draw Sarkin, at least we have something to discard, so I'm going to hang on to it. Eldest Reborn is pretty good. Now if we draw another land, we're going to feel silly for hanging on to this, but alright. We got nothing. Eldest Reborn bringing back Nicol Bolas and then immediately being able to flip is a pretty scary sight. Even just getting back a Phoenix is terrifying. Alright. These Eldest Reborns are going to eat us alive. Okay. Guess we'll just lightning strike our opponent. It is official. We are getting dunked on. We need to top deck. Nope, we're 1 short with Fight with Fire. Well, guess we have to top deck Fight with Fire next turn. Alright, well, gives us outs. Our opponent can just sacrifice Demanding Dragon, though. This deck looks sweet. Yeah, this one looks nice. Likely, I think we'll have a chance at top decking that fight with fire, though. Having it out at this stage of the game is pretty sweet. Maybe not. Oop. Yeah, we'll give it a shot, but I don't think this keeps us alive, even if it doesn't get essence scattered. On to game 2. Yeah, we just mulligan drew horrible that game. Not much we could have done. If we could have progressed with a couple little creatures early on, I think we would have been alright. No such luck. Justice Strike is actually pretty good against all these creatures. Shivan Fires are terrible. Lightning Strikes aren't great. They don't really kill anything. I like Treasure Map. Spyglass seems pretty good. Can hit the land, can hit Nicol Bolas. That's about it. So maybe it isn't that great. I think Jaya is fine. We'll get these lightning strikes out of here. They seem very useless. Alright, we got a few too many cards here. Lava Coils seem good at dealing with Nicol Bolas, but that's about it. I think Fight with Fire and Justice Strike as our removal for them is enough. Otherwise, I think we just want to be aggressive. Treasure Map might even be not exactly what we want to do, but could be okay. And Chain Whirler is actually quite bad. Maybe there's a world where we side that out. Most of the time is just a 3-mana 3/3. Maybe on the draw if we want to be a little bit more defensive to deal with Nicol Bolas, but I think on the play we just want to be as aggressive as possible. And I think this card is still going to be the MVP. Card is just too good. I like the bigger version here, but still 26 lands is kind of a lot, so maybe on the draw we're going to side one out. But it does help when you have ways to cycle through with Sarkhan and Jaya Ballard. Alright, I'd like to play first. And we got a keeper. We need a land, but with a land, and with 2 land if we're being greedy, and with 3 land on top if we're being super greedy, then this hand is unbeatable. Let's hope this Runaway Steam-Kin can just run away with this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're cooking now. See what you got, Grixis. Better be some goods. Alright, War Beast. War Boss. No Essence Scatter. Leave it alone. Ooh, yeah. I like this. You like this. Now Phoenix next turn. Ooh, our opponent's going to be on the back foot. If our opponent just tries to go Molten Rain, I believe that card is called. The draw 2, lose 2 right there, that would have been not ideal. Okay, now we have a choice between Phoenix and Chain Whirler. I think we just want to play our best spell. Phoenix. There's the disdainful stroke. Well, hindsight, it would have been much better, but what can you do? Still got quite a board presence here. Anger of the Gods would be good. That's okay. I think this is just lethal 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus Demanding Dragon. Okay, yep. Turn 5 kill, no big deal. Boom. Plus the Chain Whirler. We had extra to spare. Alright. Bringing in Disdainful Stroke against me, huh? That's bold. Bold, I tell ya. Think we want to keep everything the same here. This can be a great finisher here with Jaya. And then this is still dealing with their best cards. Yep, we're going to keep it. Game 3. This deck's really good when you get some lands. Who would have guessed? Or lands and spells, I should say. Sounds tough. It's really reactive here. I think we're gonna keep it. But yeah, this one could go south, but I think this is a keep. Field of Ruins is pretty bad as well. Still have our best card, but we have a lot of reactive stuff. Okay, that's good. At least we're just not going to lose the game to a Nicol Bolas with this hand. We're just going to say go. Hope our opponent plays some kind of creature we can Justice Strike this turn. That would be sweet. Alright, well, Essence Scatter is a pretty scary card right now. I almost want to play this. Yeah, I'm going to play the lesser of the threats first. Okay, that would have happened to our War Boss, so regardless, I'm happy of that play. Alright, well, we're going to try this. The boss is back. Okay, our opponent has it all so far. Okay, that's pretty good. I kind of like just playing that and discarding one of these cards, because more than likely there's no real answer for this, but there is plenty of answers. Essence Scatter and Disdainful Stroke for that, so I think I want to... So my big debate here, I'm playing Sarkhan, but the big debate is to play a Field of Ruins and discard a Justice Strike, or to play it and discard a Field of Ruins to see if we hit a land. Let's discard a Justice Strike. We have a little bit too much of that action, if it resolves. Okay. Discard this. Yep, would have liked the other play in hindsight with that being on top, but we can just discard that next turn. Alright, yeah, I kind of suspected that would be a tougher card for our opponent to answer. So I'm pretty hyped on that. Ooh, just kidding. That's pretty good. Yep. At least we get to resolve a Demanding Dragon, but... Or play a Phoenix. That's the tough choice here. Well, Phoenix is much better up against another Eldish Reborn, so I think that's what we should do. And I think we're going to hold this mountain in hand. I'll play this. So far, there's not super great targets in the graveyard. That's why it's kind of risky to even play a Demanding Dragon. Because if it gets countered, our opponent gets to play a Demanding Dragon on us. I guess we just sacrifice the Phoenix, but still scary. Nicol Bolas. Oh boy. Well, now I think we need this Demanding Dragon to resolve. Can't discard Demanding Dragon. Not a great position we're in, that's for sure. More than likely, we're just going to have to play Demanding Dragon next turn. I would imagine our opponent takes 5, and then we just have to pass. Because if we bring back, or we attack with Rekindling Phoenix, our opponent is just going to Eldish Reborn it. So yeah, we'll get rid of Justice Strike. And then if our opponent has a counterspell or a way to deal with Demanding Dragon, I think we're just dead. Well, I think we'll play this first to see if maybe it lives. No! We're dead. We're dead. I don't even want to attack. Yeah, we're in trouble. I think we're going to sacrifice this Phoenix because we get it back. Yeah, something like another Eldish Reborn here. Yeah, that's just game. We did. Lame. Cast this on this, I guess. This is just as bad for us, if not worse. And our opponent's going to get any of them back anyways. Yeah, we are screwed. Yeah, Eldish Reborn is quite good against us. If we don't have our War Boss kind of draw. So maybe that ham was just a mulligan. Yep. That'll do it. Alright, stick around for the third round. Let's see if we can redeem ourselves a little bit. Alright, and welcome back for round 3. Ooh, we got a shark on our hands. Tuli Jawadi. I probably did not pronounce that, but this guy's a Moto Ringer. So let's hope for the best here. I'm very interested to see what he's playing. I've copied this man's deck list plenty of times. Alright, Memorial, interesting. Alright, our hand is great, though. Our hand is great. I love it. Alright, let's see which... I would assume Golgari kind of Eldish Reborn style deck with kind of graveyard interaction there. Card's pretty good. Kind of forgot about that one. So we could just kill it now, but we want to get our Runaway on. We can get that card quite large here. Duress is okay. Main board Duress. Interesting. Sarkhan's probably a scary card a little bit. Even though the Sarkhans haven't been insane. They've been okay, but... Alright, well... Unlikely that our Field of Ruins really matters. So So I think we want to play Sarkin regardless here and discard probably even Shivan-Fire. Shivan-Fire does not feel good right now. We just want to for sure play Phoenix next turn. Okay. Now we kind of wish we would have discarded the land, but that's okay. Now we got an extra card to discard to Sarkin next turn here. Or we could top deck like a Demanding Dragon and kind of go off. Opponent took the 2. Likely getting in a free shot at Sarkin here. Alright, so very high chance we have a Vraska's Contempt coming in. Which isn't that bad because our Sarkin would still live. Now our question is, do we want Field of Ruins or do we want to play the Mountain? The only reason to play Field of Ruins here is to go get our white for our couple of Justice Strikes. And it strips Memorial, so it's decent there, but it's not super appealing to me. But the 4th Mountain doesn't really do anything anyways, so we're just going to discard that. Okay. Now we're going to play the field. And now I want to play Rekindling Phoenix and then attack, I think. Because our opponent still cannot just attack and kill Sarkin next turn. Even if, more than likely, we're getting Vraska's Contempted here. We'll still get our damage in while we can. Hiya! Alright. Birdie gone. Alright. Thorn. Putting Sarkin down to 1. Now we have to protect it next turn if we care about it. Now it'll be a little tougher. Our opponent missed a land drop though, so that's good. Alright, first thing we're going to do is discard one of these. Not bad. Not bad. Now we can cast a lot of spells this turn. So we're for sure casting Phoenix. That we know for sure. Now it's the question is, do we play offensive or do we play a little passive here? I think the question is we want to, or I think the answer is we want to start getting in there. Yeah. And now if our opponent has the Vraska's Contempt to deal with Phoenix, we can actually Lightning Strike it to save it. And then we'd lose our Sarkin, but we'd keep our Phoenix, and that's really the main thing we care about. Because another Contempt here puts us in a little bit of a rough spot. So I think being able to protect ourselves against that play is more important here. Okay, and that's what we're going to do. Lightning Strike this. Our opponent does know the other card in our hand, and it's not very good right now. So our opponent can just kill Sarkin here. Alright. Now we'll get back to Phoenix. Now we can attack for 6, put our opponent to 5, and then flips Bloodfast, and we could deal with that immediately. Or we could... That seems like the best play. And we're just going to immediately hit that Bloodfast if our opponent decides to flip it. We'll hold this card in our hand in case we top deck Sarkhan. We're going to do it at upkeep to put our opponent to a decision if they care more about the 3 life, or... Actually, maybe not. We might want to leave Shivan Fire open so we can Shivan Fire our Phoenix here. It's probably the ideal play. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So then we just kind of lose to another Vraska's Contempt. Another Vraska's Contempt would already be pretty bad for us because he'd just wait till our turn. But that is the 3rd Vraska's Contempt, so I feel like you can't really be worrying about that too much. Okay. I'll take it. Another Thorn. Okay. With that being the case, I think we're going to Field a Ruin here. Opening the door to a Vraska's Contempt if they have it, but not much we can do. Can't beat them all. Our opponent likely has to sacrifice one of these. Otherwise, they get put into a dangerous situation with this going up to 7. Or this going up to 7 total damage if I play any red spell, I should say. Yep, Bloodfast is still a fantastic card, that's for sure. It doesn't have the power anymore of being able to sack the Scarab God and just run away with games, thank God, but we get to get our 1 of Plains. Alright. Another Shivan Fire. Okay, so now we get to get a little tricky here. We're going to attack. Our opponent chooses to block. Here we get to Shivan Fire one of the other ones and pump this one. Okay, put our opponent to 1. I like that. We got Chain Whirlers in our deck. Another Vraska's Contempt is not nice, though. Yep. Our opponent is in chump block mode against this, though, luckily. Well, I guess we have no choice but to attack. Now we're just going to Shivan Fire the Warrior here. Then our opponent does not get an extra Elf Warrior. And our 4/4 lives still. But yeah, if our opponent has another Vraska's Contempt or something, we are in trouble. Or even an Eldest Reborn now is pretty good. Dang it. Oh well, we got plenty of outs. A Demanding Dragon wins on the spot. Lightning Strike. Phoenix is pretty good. We're going to play this land. We only have 2 Lightning Strikes left. 3 Demanding Dragons would be for the win. Our opponent just not having an answer to this Phoenix would do it. But even if our opponent has like a cast down, let's say, our opponent can cast down during our turn and then strip it with Eldest Reborn, but not the case. Game 1 to us. Sweet. Okay, green, black. So we definitely want these war beasts. They just seem, or these war bosses. They just seem so good. Justice Strike definitely is not good against Thorn Lieutenants. Fight with Fire does seem pretty good against them. Not great. Could see bringing in Jaya and Fight. Shivan Fire seemed real bad again. Lava Coils don't feel super great either. I do like Lightning Strikes, because they hit our own Rekindling Phoenix is kind of the main thing. Otherwise, I like these cards. I think I just like one treasure map. We'll run it like that. Alright. Okay. So that's some good early game here. Runaway Steam-Kin, I just win a large chunk of the games where that lives on too. Okay. Like a land next turn. Or for this to live. Either or would be fine with me. Duress. Yeah, we don't really care about the non-creatures as much as the creatures here. Alright. That's not bad. Think we probably just want to get this going for now. Start getting those mana engines going. Could be a nice trick here later down the line. Bloodfast. Ugh. Now I think we're just going to do this. It was for sure not an ideal draw. One land here would just make this hand great. This is a pretty good play though as well. Next turn, if we top deck a land, we can go double War Beast here. Something like an Eldritch Reborn would be bad, but really not that bad as long as we get a land. Because we would just sack this and then play double War Beast here. Whoa! That, on the other hand, is pretty hard to kill. Okay, well, we still get to do some stuff, that's for sure. War Beast. And we actually have 3 mana left over now. Gonna play another one. War Beast. And now the question is, what do we all attack with? I don't think we want to attack with our Steam-Kins. So probably just our 1/1s. Get on in there. Alright, we love that our opponent blocked with that elf. Having Demanding Dragon. Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going if our opponent's attacking with that. What scary play kills all our creatures? Hero's Demise? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. That card's good. Guess we'll play the Phoenix, but yeah, that's not going to be ideal for us, that's for sure. Our opponent could do a nice play of Surveil 3 times, and then flip Bloodfast so that they could for sure sacrifice this. Or just find one Vraska's Contempt to probably close this door. That card's good. Card's really good. Yep, doing the play that I was saying there to get Bloodfast active. Yep. Yep. Take an 8. I guess our opponent is forced to sack this card if we get a land, though. Ah, dead. That was unfortunate. That card is good. Okay, well, that right there is a reason to have Justice Strike, that's for sure. Fight with Fire does not seem good compared to that card. It's just so unlikely that we ever get to actually kick that card, so I don't really like it. And on the play, I don't know how much I like Treasure Map. I think we'll just have one... Oh, we'll have one Treasure Map. Or maybe one Spyglass. Yeah, we'll do one Treasure Map. Alright. Big game. Big game. So we have to kill our opponent before they get to 6 mana. That card is powerful. Alright. Not terrible. Not the best. Treasure Map on 2 is pretty good. Don't want to see a duress from our opponent. So our hand is all the targets. Okay, that's great. Treasure Map into Sarkin next turn. More than likely just discarding Lightning Strike or Jaya. Okay. That's definitely not a bad option now. Getting that card going is very good. And we don't have anything to go with Sarkin right now, so it's not that strong of a play. We'll just do this and scry once. Duress is pretty good. You got all the targets to choose from. I really don't know what I want to keep around more. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I really don't know which one I want him to pick. Jay Ballard really can get out of hand if I can get to 5. Especially with Runaway still active. Okay. Alright, we're going to scry. It's tough. I don't think we want that. Although we do want to be drawing land, so that's a tricky one. So maybe we will keep that. And we're going to Lightning Strike away this Thorn Elemental. Get in there for 2. There's plenty of scary stuff on 4. And we can at least flip Treasure Map next turn and start gaining value that way. Brontodon, that's pretty good. likely going to be destroying our treasure map. Our opponent would have to do it now, though. It's pretty good. But we do want gas as well right now. Our opponent has to do this now, otherwise we can flip at some point. Ooh, giving us the chance to play around it. Okay, that's going to change how the game is played, that's for sure. I think we're going to just Sarkin and discard this Jaya Ballard. Jaya does not feel good right now. Okay. I think we might as well play this land. So we have this light Justice Strike available. And now an Eldritch Reborn is bad, but it would mean we at least get to flip our treasure map. Yeah, we can't really do anything about that right now. Another one. Alright, we'll get rid of this mountain here. Ick. And we're just going to say go. We're not in a great spot, that's for sure. Really not in a good spot now. Okay, yeah, we can't do anything about this. Can activate treasure map to prevent 3 damage, which we're gonna have to do soon, but card has just not been impressive, I have to say. At least that's something. Yeah, it's really not good either. Oof. I guess we can lightning strike this token. Keep it alive. Now we open the door for treasure map to just be destroyed safely. But not much we can do about it. I don't think we're going to win this game. Yeah, opponent just doesn't care about it anymore. Is the type of card that maybe can get us back into it if our opponent doesn't have a Vraska's Contempt, but Be a little unlikely. Yuck. Well, we just have to do it to soak up some damage. Now we almost hope that our opponent destroys it when we've been trying to play around it this whole time. Guess maybe like a Demanding Dragon might help us, or another Phoenix, but yeah, Demanding Dragon wouldn't even be great. Our opponent would just take it. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead. Well, his deck does look very nice and probably very well positioned against this style of deck. Yup. That'll be it. All right. Well, we didn't have our best performing finish here for week 1 that I would hope for here, but we had some close matches there. Some of those matches could have went either way, but stick around here for the deck tech. All right, so week 1 of Standard, everything is usually being developed. Not anybody has figured out the correct first ideal build, which this deck list is no exception. This is not something that is finely tuned, you know, figuring out the perfect amount of numbers. It's still in the trying process of trying a lot of different things, seeing how they work, see how they don't work. Learned a lot over the course of those 3 matches on what I like and what I didn't like. Some of the very positive notes: this card is going to be affecting Standard for, you know, year and a half to come. This card is phenomenal. It really does some busted stuff in this deck, and this deck isn't even a focused Runaway Steam-Kin deck. You know, I mean, you could add any kind of other really aggressive elements, put a lot of red 1-drops in, and you would really be able to take advantage of this card's power even more. That card incredibly impressed me. Of course, Goblin Chainwaller, still very good. Lava Coil, another card that maybe didn't have a huge impact on the game, but really a card that is going to shine, dealing with Phoenixes, dealing with Nicol Boluses. I think it's a very good card. Cards that were just okay to me: Shivan Fire and Sarkin were just okay, you know, like sometimes these Planeswalkers got under removal, got under Disdainful Strokes, like Negate's not being played right now, so it is a card that is easily resolved, but still gets Vraska's Contempt, still loses to Eldest Reborn, so I wasn't super impressed with this card. Rekindling Phoenix, of course, was just an all-star, and Demanding Dragon really was demanding on people. The card was phenomenal. This deck really wants to just pressure you as fast as you can, while having a little bit of a bigger game to rely on instead of just trying to be the all-in red deck that might lose to a Hero's Demise, or the -2/-2, I believe that's what that card is called. But I wanted to go a little bit bigger here. Brad showed me this list. I thought it was awesome. I really wanted to explore some of the dragon possibilities with Sarkin. Another card on the sideboard that we brought in just about every single match was this Legion War Boss. This card was phenomenal. I mean, I think, you know, the future evolutions of Mono Red, or slightly Boros for Justice Strike, I'm going to be focusing this card in the main deck because I think it is just great. And, you know, there's a lot of ways to make this card even better. So yeah, I'm really going to be focusing on that in the main deck next time. Other than that, here we got this for the hyper-aggressive red decks that aren't running a bunch of pirates. We did run into a problem in round 1. I believe it was round 1, maybe round 2 against a mono red player, where they just had 2 or 3 creatures, and I could kill one of them, but the other 2 were pirates. So this card was maybe not ideal for the situations. Like Justice Strike here was phenomenal. Being able to take down Nicol Bolas here, that 5 mana 8/8 card. I ended up siding Justice Strike out because I didn't really think about that. It's week 1, but this card would have been phenomenal for that. Instead, that card just kind of ran away with the game. Treasure maps were definitely not too high impact, and the Spyglass, I didn't see a main reason for it, but this card definitely screams Teferi to me. Being able to answer that with a 2 mana artifact is phenomenal. But thank you so much for checking this week's Droppin Bomb. I will see y'all next week. Bye.